As you can see in the front entrance, they have a sign saying 1846, which means that this park is 178 years old. Crazy to think it's been here for that long. Good morning, everyone. I'm Tim.
I'm Amy.
And we're Coaches and Cosplays, and we are here for our first ever visit to Lake Compounce. It's a little bit of a rainy morning. We didn't see many people as we were pulling into the parking lot, and then we got to the preferred area and there was 2 charter buses dropping off a crap ton of school groups or kids groups. And so yeah, it looks like it's just gonna be us and them in this park today, because yeah, it's lightly raining right now, very overcast day. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get on as many coasters as we can. They only have 5 here, and I do know that one of them is a kiddie coaster that they don't let adults ride, from what I've heard. So we're gonna get on everything that we can in our first ever visit and explore this classic amusement park that's one of the oldest amusement parks in the United States. Let's go check it out. The first coaster we come across is the Wildcat, which was closed all last year. They got a lot of brand new track. You can see the old white versus the new wood color behind it for some of the track here. And they also got Millennium Flyer trains from GCI when they did the retracking. So we'll give this a ride first and see how it's riding. Nice new entrance sign right there. Let's go check out the Wildcat. Looks like we have a very long wait ahead of us as Wildcat goes by right there. A very, very long wait. AKA no wait. Woohoo! We just got off our first ride of the day on Wildcat. Got a front row ride because there's no one waiting for the front row, so we just figured might as well go for a front row. What do you think of that?
Oh, that was so much fun. You can tell it's definitely rough. I mean, it did just get some retracking last year, but the spots that haven't been done yet, oh, they are rickety and they are fun. I was laughing so hard on that ride. Oh yeah, no, we rode it in the front, so I'm curious to see how it rides towards the back, because it's already pretty bumpy in the front, so I can only imagine the back is a little bit more bumpy on the parts that weren't just redone last year with the new wood. So we'll have to give that a go later, but we got to go get the other 2 credits first just to make sure we do that. So yeah, let's go head over to another one of the roller coasters here. It's either going to be Boulder Dash or Phobia Fear coaster, so we'll see you over there. Just was passing by their drop tower here, and it's funny because it's called downtime. And if you aren't an enthusiast, that's sort of the term we use when rides go down for maintenance reasons or weather reasons. So it's just funny to see a ride named after downtime. Up next, we're riding Phobia Fear coaster. All about facing your fears. One of them being acrophobia, which is the fear of heights. This is one of the tallest roller coasters here. I think it is the tallest, about 153 feet. It's your standard Skyrocket 2 clone, but I think this one doesn't have comfort colors, so it should be a much better ride experience.
We just rode Phobia Fear Coaster, a Skyrocket 2 clone here. And what did you think of that?
I actually like these. They're a lot of fun. I'm glad they're not everywhere like most clones. I'm glad they're kind of spread out a little bit, which is nice. But no, it's a nice, fun experience.
Yeah, I love these things. I prefer the ones that don't have the comfort collars.
Yep. Because
the comfort collars can sometimes be a bit annoying and like dig into your shoulder pads or you hit your neck a little bit, like she had that happen at Busch Gardens in Williamsburg. But those things are so fun. And yeah, such a great compact layout. And like she said, it's one of the clones that I'm glad got cloned quite a bit because it packs such a fun punch and it's a pretty affordable model for parks to buy. And yeah, super fun coaster. Glad we got that done. And we rode that in the back row. So I love the back row because you get like some really good airtime going over the top. Super fun. And we just found out from the ride supervisor that the Boomerang, we'll go show you it, but the Boomerang has not been open all season and it's not gonna open anytime soon. And he tried to get a permission for us to ride the Kiddie coaster, and sadly they said it's been getting stuck lately, and so they don't want to risk it with adults on it. So he tried, but yeah, so there's only 3 coasters here we can get. We already done 2 of them, but we're saving the best one for last. I've heard really good things about Boulder Dash, so let's go check out Boulder Dash, the terrain wooden coaster here. It's only got a 5-minute wait, and it was rated the world's #1 wooden roller coaster in 2004, 13, 14, 15, and 16. It's 4,700 feet long. The first drop is 415 feet tall. The total drop height is 145. Awesome. So excited to give this a ride. Remember earlier when we said there was a lot of charter buses with school trips? Yeah, here's the proof. This line is almost all children. Woohoo. Over the last couple of off seasons, they've actually been giving portions of this coaster the GCI Titan steel track. So you can see this whole section right here has got that gray Titan steel track instead of the wood track to smoothen it out. While I'm out here getting footage for Boulder Dash, just wanted to point out that the Rapids ride, I still can't even see it. It's way back there. And just to show you how far the walk away is from the park. Yeah, it's super far away. So I think the record for the longest walking to a ride, I think has to go to this Rapids ride because, yeah, this isn't technically the queue, but there's nothing else back there than the Rapids. So crazy commitment if you want to come back here to ride the Rapids. Probably gets very few people back there because most people probably don't know it's there. We just got off of not 1 but 2 rides on Boulder Dash. We did a second row and then we did the second to last row. And you want to talk about the first ride we had in the second row?
I did not enjoy it. It was painful. It was just, and the thing is, like, the transitions from the Titan track back to the regular track was so noticeable. There was such a difference in the ride that it just, like, you'd get this nice smooth break and then it'd be just painful again.
Yeah, no, it definitely, they did a Titan track on the drop and then the first airtime hill after the drop, and then there's not any more Titan track until one of the airtime hills on the return way back to the station, and the rest was definitely noticeable So yeah, after that second row ride, I'm like, okay, we found a wheel seat. Let's go try it again. So we went to the second to last row, not a wheel seat. And I will say, because we knew that it was a bit rougher, we did what we did on Boss, where you try to like stand up out of your seat a little bit to try to not be sitting on the seat as much when you're in those rough wooden sections. That helped immensely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, basically if you're coming to ride this, just know that it's gonna be rough, and if you've ridden the Boss, just like Boss, try to, you know, get yourself like off the seat as much as possible to make it as enjoyable as possible for yourself. Once we did that though, I really liked that second to back row ride.
Oh yeah, and another thing just to look out for, especially on this one, is that they do staple.
Yeah, they've done that on every coaster here so far. The ride ops have all been stapling on Phobia, Boulder Dash, not as much on the Wildcat, but yeah, the other two, they definitely have been stapling. So yeah, just if you're coming here, just know that they are very staple heavy, and yeah, just try to make sure you give yourself a little bit extra room when they staple you, so that way you aren't too stapled in the whole ride.
Yeah, because with the first ride we did on Boulder Dash, I think that also didn't help, because I had given myself like nice where I like it, and they pushed it in 2 clicks. Or no, that was 1 click, sorry, 1 click. And it was added to the painfulness of it, because I'm like, it is touching me nicely, I can't move that much, and now you're pushing it in harder. And so the second time, I was careful how much I brought it in, and they still pushed it in twice more after that, when I was still bringing it in myself.
Yeah, so definitely be very cautious if you're coming here. They like to staple, at least on Boulder Dash and Phobia from what we've seen. We're head over now to the Ferris wheel, get some views of the park, and yeah, we're gonna go take a relax after a couple rides on that.
Then there's the closed boomerang, sitting so pretty.
After that ride on the Ferris wheel, we just come over here to look at the very pretty, newly painted boomerang, but sadly it's not open this whole entire year, and they just have a sign up front saying opening summer of 2024. Well, it's currently the last week of July, and it's no updates have been posted on their socials or anything, so yeah, no one knows exactly what's happening, but I honestly don't know if this coaster is going to open at all this year. So yeah, bummer we're missing out on a +1, but the train's sitting in the station, nothing's happening over here. While we were over here, figured I'd show you guys the adorable little kiddie coaster they've got here. They used to let adults ride. I've seen photos on RCDB of adults on this thing, but yeah, it looks like at least a few years ago, if not longer ago, they enforced a 56-inch height requirement. And like we said earlier, the supervisor asked if we could ride it, but they said it's been getting stuck sometimes lately, so sadly not gonna be able to do that today. Up next, we're heading on the Ghost Hunt. It looks like it's a shooting dark ride, so we'll see you when we get off. Beware of ghosts. We just had a fun ride on Ghost Hunt. It's the indoor shooting style dark ride. Do appreciate that this one, they have like the red light that shows you where your gun is aiming, so you're not just purposely aiming at nothing and not knowing where you're aiming like Ninjago was yesterday. Did you like that?
I did like it, yeah.
Yeah, no, that was really fun. A lot of great props in there. Definitely very well kept up. Appreciate that. And the lighting and sound effects were all working great. Super fun. I really enjoyed that. I think we're gonna go get maybe a couple more re-rides on some coasters, then head out. So we'll see you over when we get done with the re-rides and probably at the front of the park. This building right here used to be a trolley station. You can see the rails going out here. But yeah, they used to operate a trolley here because this place initially opened as a trolley park. I think that's what the year 1846 that they have at the front establishes is when they started operating trolleys here at the park. They didn't have any rides back then, but still a cool piece of history. And here is the lake. That's why it's called Lake Compounds, because there's a big old lake right here. They have an included water park, so all those water slides you see on the other side, that's all included with your admission, including this awesome looking Venus flytrap water slide. That looks so cool. Let's zoom in on that. Oh yeah. Really fun looking. Here's a sign talking about the history of this park. I was wrong when I said earlier that the trolley service started when it opened. No, that was in 1895. But people were coming here to witness an electrifying scientific demonstration, but it ended up being a dud. Then they opened it as a picnic park and then added in rides, bowling alleys, and then the trolley. Very interesting. All right, after we got some re-rides in and I got some footage of Boulder Dash, we're heading out of the park. Just figure we wrap it up here. We got one last ride on Wildcat in the back row this time instead of the front row. What did you think?
I liked it. It was fun. Definitely can tell it needs more retracking work done. What they've done already is making that ride so enjoyable. But especially towards the end, when you start getting back into the old wood, it starts bouncing you around.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's definitely, you can tell that they definitely like did like a good half of it, or almost like 2/3. The other third though could definitely still use a bit more retracking work on it. As for Boulder Dash, I also think the same thing goes to say that the Titan track portions are super smooth. In my opinion, almost a bit too smooth, but like there's the difference between the Titan track sections of steel and then the wood is just night and day. Like it's just like after we thought about doing it, riding it the way we rode Boss, where you're like trying to stay out of your seat, it's definitely bearable, but you can tell that it has so much potential. That layout through the like through the forest, that's along the side of the mountain, it's an excellent layout and so much potential, and I really, really hope that Palace puts some more money into making that coaster the top tier wood coaster it can be. It's so rough right now in the non-Titan track sections. Yeah, it's just not there for me.
It almost seems like they let the rides get almost too run down before doing any sort of retracking.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to retrack, and because they're not doing it all at once, you can feel the differences, and it definitely affects the ride experience. Because like when you're on the new retrack stuff, even if it was just retracking on Titan track, it would be both Woodens phenomenal rides. But because of how abrupt it is from the smooth to the worn down, it's such a drastic difference that it definitely brings down the ride experience.
Yeah, so yeah, that's overall our thoughts of Boulder Dash. And yeah, I think personally, I would definitely say that they should, in my opinion, do GCI or Gravity Group wooden track on there. Sorry about that, guys. We actually had a group of the school kids come up and start asking us about our YouTube channel and stuff. So we're back here in the car because they're all getting on the charter buses to go back to their houses and stuff. But I figured we'd just finish up our thoughts as we were continuing on. So we were just talking about how Boulder Dash could definitely just use either some new wood or more Titan track to make it smoother throughout. As a whole, thoughts of this park though, I definitely had, in my opinion, because I listen to, you know, other coaster YouTubers and watch their videos, I had really high expectations of this park, and personally I don't think they were met for me. I really think it has potential. It's very pretty, and it looks like the stuff they've done the last few years are the right direction that this park needs to go. It's just, in my opinion, it still has a few more years till it's gonna be there. Like having the Zoomerang closed this whole season so far, they've been open for about 3 months this season, and no official word on social media or anything, just that it's coming summer 2024, and even the rides team doesn't even know if and when it's going to open this year, as we were talking to them. That's a little bit like, you know, that they definitely need to get better communication about that kind of stuff. And also just as a whole, I feel like their ride collection here is okay. Like they have, if Boulder Dash got like the best retracking work done, like let's just say Ghost Rider at Knott's Berry Farm, I think that would be an excellent like standout coaster here. But I feel like they could definitely use at least one more standout coaster here, because Wildcat and Phobia are fun, but they're definitely not standout, and neither would a Boomerang, I'm gonna be honest, even if it was the best Boomerang I've been on, which is gonna be hard to beat Jolly Rancher Remix with all the fancy lights and themes and soundtrack. Yeah. So it's just like, even if that was open, I doubt that's gonna be, you know, up there. But yeah, they definitely need another standout coaster here. And also I would just like them to just add some more paint and just like, you know, more theming around the park would be good. And yeah, what about you?
I definitely agree. I feel like the ride collection that they have here, like the flats they have a good selection of flats, and they have a good, like, they've got the kiddie ride that's for kids only, which is nice. Then they have the 3 mid-tier rides with the 2 clones, Phobia, Boomerang, and then also just Wildcat. I mean, it's doing good with the retrack. It is getting up there. And if they were to do a phenomenal job of cleaning up Boulder Dash, I think the coasters could do well. But I agree, I think they do need something else that is a standout. And just the park itself, there's a lot of areas we'd go and a lot of things were closed, a lot of maintenance problems. And it's just, I would love to see because this is the oldest American theme park. I would love to see it actually be treated like it is, because this is a big thing. And I wish more love was given to this park.
Oh, for sure. For sure. So hopefully when we come back next, it might be a few years down the road. Don't know when exactly that's going to be, but hopefully they keep on continuing the progress they've made in the last few years and just keep on going and doing retrack work for the wooden coasters, and yeah, just take care of this park and make it more of a standout coaster to get more people up here visiting this park. That way they can continue for years to come. Anyways, with that, we're going to wrap up our time here. We've got an hour drive over to Agawam, Massachusetts. We're going to go back to Six Flags New England. We were just there not even a year ago. It was about 11 months ago, but we missed out on their RMC, and so we're looking to go ride that. Looked at the live wait times on the app, and it says it's open, so fingers crossed
that it stays open.
That it stays open, and we're gonna go ride Wicked Cyclone. So come and join us at Six Flags New England for the second part of this vlog. Here's what we're here to ride, Wicked Cyclone. As well as we're gonna get re-rides on their Superman Hyper Coaster here, because that was super fun. But yeah, we made it here to Six Flags New England in Agawam, Massachusetts. A very brief 45-minute drive, and we're here at Six Flags New England. Super excited to be back. And when we were pulling up, she checked the wait time app, and Wicked Cyclone is currently temporarily closed.
Yeah.
So we're gonna head back there. We're gonna see what's going on, if we see some testing, and yeah, we're just gonna hope that it opens, because yeah, we got thwarted by it last year, and we really want to
not be this year.
We really want to ride it. So let's go check out Six Flags New England. Hopefully we get that final credit we're missing. Looks like they've already got some of their Halloween decorations out. They got Haunted Happenings and the Steamin' Dragon. Those look super cool. Wish we could go in them, but not quite Halloween season yet. Oh my gosh, I just saw the train going up the lift hill. I'm not sure if it's testing or if it's open, but that's a good sign. And there's people on it. Yes, yes, let's go ride Wicked Cyclone. It's open. And there's the train going through. Woohoo! Let's go ride. We just got off of Wicked Cyclone. Man, oh, whoa.
It was worth the 11-month anticipation of finally being able to ride it.
That's for darn sure. Yeah, we were here last August and it was raining and they decided not to try to get it open that night, even though it was like an hour before park closed. They decided not to. So glad we came back and got the chance to come back so soon, because that is an excellent RMC coaster. That's just so fun. And to think it's one of their older ones too. This was opened in 2015, so it's the same year as Twisted Colossus at Six Flags Magic Mountain. I think this has held up so well compared to even all the new RMCs. This thing still is up there. It's not my top tier RMC, but it's definitely solid middle tier RMC. It's just pure greatness. Like, oh, the airtime was great, the inversions were great. Yeah, just everything about that was so much fun. And to think now we've ridden every single thrill RMC in the United States. The only one we haven't ridden in the United States is not a thrill coaster. It's the new Fire in the Hole at Silver Dollar City. We're gonna make it out there soon, I promise. But yeah, that's every other RMC roller coaster in the United States we've ridden. So that means we gotta start going internationally to ride them. So yeah, I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Cannot wait to go ride the ones outside the country for sure. But yeah, just had a great back row ride there, and we definitely gonna go around and get this in the front row. So we'll see you after we do a front row ride. Look at these bacon cheddar ranch fries. They look so good. Gonna devour these. One thing that hasn't changed since we were here last is the VIP lounge still is closed. Ding dang, would have loved to get a Coke Freestyle beverage in our cup. After a few rides on Wicked Cyclone and those really yummy bacon cheddar ranch fries, it's time for another ride. And we're going on their drop tower. Let's give it a ride. It's called Scream. We just had a very scenic and fun ride on Scream. Yeah, when we had the choice to sit where we wanted to, I told him, like, let's sit on this side so we could look over the river and over Superman the Hypercoaster. And that's definitely the side to sit on if you can. Face towards the river. It's just absolutely gorgeous, especially as people that are from the desert. Definitely nice to see all the trees and the river, and yeah, absolutely stunning
Actual
views.
nature.
Yeah, real nature and not just dirt, dust, and cacti. Woohoo! But anyways, we're gonna head down now to Superman, which was our favorite ride when we were here last year. So let's see how it stacks up against Wicked Cyclone. We just got off of 2 rides on Superman the ride, the front and the back. It's, oh my gosh, what do you think of that?
Oh, that is such a good ride. It's such a good coaster, especially for how old it is. It's, you said what, 25 years old?
It's its 25 year anniversary this year. It's built in 1999.
And it is still holding up and doing so well. It is such a fun ride.
Oh yeah, definitely high up on my list of intimate hyper coasters for sure. Not quite to the level of Sky Rush, of course, but definitely really good for its age. I only have one small complaint, and it's the lap bars are really bulky and like they're pretty hard. So they come down on your lap during the ride. So yeah, the airtime can sometimes be a little bit painful, especially in the front. We were getting a lot of airtime, which I loved. But yeah, how thick and bulky those lap bars are, it does sort of hurt a little bit if you're a fluffy or taller fellow like myself.
Or even that, it's like a skin grabber because of the material of them. If you're a girl and you're wearing like short shorts, and it lays on your skin, it will pull at your skin during the ride, and that is also painful.
Yeah, so just a heads up if you're coming, be aware of that. And yeah, I really hope one day that they might be able to replace those flat bars with the T-bars that are on almost every other Intamin hyper coaster. So or even Gigas, like Millennium Force has them, Accelerator has them. Like there's so many, and there's like such a simple lap bar. I really hope one day they can just replace those that they have here with something like that. Sorry, the GoPro had issues, so we had to probably jump cut that a little bit. But yeah, you guys are awesome. We appreciate you guys watching. Anyways, we're gonna head up to the front of the park, maybe grab a couple refill drinks in our bottles, and maybe grab a snack. And then yeah, we'll see you at the exit of the park and recap our day today. We just got outside the park, just had to, before we did that, we got a snack from our snack plan. They actually have these freezes that are ices and soft serve together. Oh my gosh, absolutely delicious. So highly recommend trying that out.
Oh yeah.
Such a good snack to have, and gotta love that it's included on our snack plan with our memberships. Anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for today. Started off over at Lake Compounce this morning, where we got on the 3 roller coasters that we could get on that were open, and did some re-rides there. And then we came over here to Six Flags New England, finally redeemed ourselves, got on Wicked Cyclone, rode it multiple times, front and back. Definitely a back row ride for me, for Wicked Cyclone. Love that thing. And then we did a couple rides on Superman and then the drop tower, because we didn't do the drop tower last year either. Yep. But Superman, we were talking about it, definitely a front row ride. Definitely love that thing.
Yeah.
In the front, the airtime on that thing is amazing, plus the sense of speed cannot be beat. Had a great day today. Been another successful day here on this Northeast Coaster Challenge, we're calling it. We're just chugging along right through. Tomorrow is actually a little bit of a reprieve of a day. We got a couple coasters lined up to show you guys tomorrow, but not too much. It's gonna be a pretty light vlog of a day tomorrow. Gonna be more taking it easy. Actually gonna go to ending the day tomorrow in Albany, spending time with our friends. So yeah, we're gonna see you guys tomorrow for a shorter vlog. We're gonna ride a couple kids coasters tomorrow. So yeah, come and make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube things, that we can stay tuned to this awesome trip we're taking and everyone we do in the future. And until then, I hope you have a great day. Bye.